So what is sickle cell? Sickle cell is a genetic disorder wherein your blood cells have a shape of a crescent. It is very rigid than the normal red blood cells and has a shape of a crescent or a sickle, so the word sickle cell. And these cells tend to die very easier and very earlier on than the regular normal red blood cells. It affects most African descent. According to the CDC, they say 100,000 people suffer from sickle cell disease in the United States, and of those 100,000, over 90% are non-Hispanic blacks. So you understand why this doesn't make national news. It's not something that they are talking about. It's just going to be up to me and you, people that look like me and you. So I'm just using my own little platform to educate people that don't know much about the disease. Because it's really hard seeing people go through this. Parents having kids, they grow up to be adults, but they're still going through this pain. They can't stay out of the hospital all the time, going in and out, in and out. They don't really have that good quality of life. They go through this excruciating pain just because their parents were not knowledgeable enough to make the right decision at that time. I'm well aware that, or maybe I might be guessing, when you meet somebody as an adult, when you meet somebody and that person tells you, oh, hopefully you're asking them their STI statuses as well. If they tell you like, oh, I have syphilis, I have gonorrhea, I have HIV, I have STI in general. I'm not trying to discriminate anything, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to take that chance to say, oh, okay, that's fine. I'm just going to take this chance. Let's just have naked sex. I'm pretty sure you're not going to do it. Even though you may love that person so much, you probably might take a different route. You probably might try to protect yourself, even though you're still going to be with that person. Why can't you do the same when it comes to the sickle cell gene? Know your sickle cell gene type, and let's make it normal to ask our next partner sickle cell gene type. So if you are AS, you get to somebody who is AS. There is a 25% of you having a kid that doesn't have the gene at all, which is AA. There is a 25% of you having a kid who has a full-blown sickle, which is the SS. If that's a chance you really want to take, and there is a 50% chance of you having a kid who has the trait, the AS. Those are the chances we actually want to take. I really don't think so. Just because the disease doesn't affect you, the parent, directly, think about that kid that's going to grow up not playing sports. They're going to grow up all the time crying about pain, bone pain. They're going to grow up, going to be in and out of the hospital. He or she is going to grow up and probably don't even want to have kids on their own. Can we just try to narrow this gap? Knowledge is power. So the next time you go to your doctor's office, to know your sickle cell gene type. And the next time you're going to meet your potential person, ask them their gene type. And if you know your type, you have the trait, which about 45 to 50% of Africans do have the sickle cell trait. Try and make a very, very wise decision about it. Don't bring another kid in this world that's just going to suffer just because of your own selfish reason.